Hello, my name is Samar, but I also go by Sam or First Time Panner, and any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be an update for my 25 and 2025. I'm sure you know what this is, but just in case. This is a project that a lot of people do in the panning community. My 25 and 2025 is basically where I pan as many items as there are in the year, not 2025, but because it's 2025, I'm panning 25 makeup items just in this project. I'm of course panning other things elsewhere, but yeah, I've done this every year since 2022, so this is my 4th year doing this, and I do these projects slightly differently every year. So this year I decided, because I split all of my beauty products into 5 categories: makeup, skincare, hair care, fragrance, and nail polish. So I figured, because I do want to be panning across my entire collection, and it fits so perfectly in 25, I would just pan 5 items from each category of my beauty collection. I don't know why I can't seem to say that, but yeah, I introduced everything in the introduction, which will be linked in the description box and at the end of the video if you just haven't seen that and you want to catch up. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend that you watch it, because I will not be talking about every single product, only the ones that I have either made significant progress on or have finished. And yet again, this is another installment of me filming before work. As I keep mentioning, I'm filling in for a closer this week, and I'm a little bit behind on filming, so even though I always say I'm not gonna film before work, here I am. So welcome to episode 3 of me filming before work this week. This will be the makeup that I go into the lab with, and on my eyes I'm wearing my Sephora Precious Gemstones Pearl palette, which is a pretty basic look, but I really like it. I'm not wearing the duochrome though, so it's just a simple work look. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about that so I can get into the update, because I need to leave very soon as usual. But I'll just start in kind of the order that I have things listed. So starting with makeup, of course I had 5 items in, and I do, except for one thing, which I'll explain why, I do have progress on all 5 items. First is my foundation, my liquid foundation. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation in the shade 120, which is my winter shade. It's what I'm wearing now. Also, if you see that my forehead is overly bronzed, that's just the shadow. It pops up when I don't have my light angled exactly perfectly, but that's not my bronzer, that's just my big forehead. But this is what I'm wearing now. This is, anytime I wear liquid foundation for the past 2 months straight, I've only been wearing this. I mentioned when I roll this in, I could potentially finish this by this first update, because I didn't have much left. Actually, I think I can't see through this because it is opaque. I mean, technically it's not opaque, but the foundation just for some reason clings to the sides. I think because it's a frosted bottle. But I estimated that I was right here. You can't see it, but I can see where the line rubbed off. I estimated that I was right here. And I have cat fur on my nose. Basically, I didn't finish this, but I've pretty much been using this. I've been using this as I said, this is the only liquid foundation I've used, but there have just been so many days where I'm just trying to fly out the door, because as I've been mentioning, I've been sleeping in lately. Work has been a lot. If you saw my last Get Ready With Me, work has been a lot. Life has been a lot. So yeah, I've been hitting snooze multiple times, and I just don't have time to do my entire full routine with all of my cream products. So usually I just do simple eyeshadow, do some powder foundation, powder cheek products, mascara, brows, out the door. So I would say I've only used this about half of the time. I also have had a few no makeup days the past month, including yesterday. Sometimes I just can't be bothered. So basically, all of that rambling is to say I have not finished this, but I really do, as long as I don't just make a mess of my life again, or have other people make a mess of my life, which is what has been happening lately. Mostly people from work, i.e. upper management. I should be able to get back into my normal routine and finish this by next update, But I mean, it's a year-long project. As long as I finish it before winter ends, I'll be perfectly fine because this is my winter shade. Next is my concealer from LYS. This is the Triple Fix Concealer Full Coverage Brightening Concealer in the shade TG1. And I'll hold it like this because it's very reflective. But basically, I think because, again, there's like another cat fur. Oh no, that was just a me eyelash. Okay. Yeah, I've used this every single day that I've worn makeup, so I know I have made progress on this, and it wasn't even super full when I rolled this in. And by the way, this is my winter shade, which is why I'm trying to pan it now. But you just can't see any progress on it because it doesn't settle, and you can only see windowing if I scrape the sides, but I don't really have time to like see exactly where everything settles when I scrape the sides. So just know that I've been using this and it will be done hopefully soon because again, this is my winter shade of my brightening concealer. I don't want to be wearing this in summer. I don't think I will, but I need to get a move on because I am planning, if I can, I'm gonna try to take out the stopper so that I can get all of this concealer out because I really do like this. It's one of my most favorite concealers I've ever used. I definitely will repurchase this. But yeah, I need to get it out before I tan. Then I have my e.l.f. color corrector. This has no visible progress. I'll show you like where it is. This is pretty much where it was when I rolled it in. If you saw some of my previous videos, basically this rolled behind my bed and I didn't have access to it for like over a week. This was the first thing that rolled behind my bed, so it was like a very long time that I did not have this with me. So even though there's like a tiny bit of visual progress, it would basically look like just a thicker line if I made a progress line, so I'm not going to do that. But here's how much I have left. I have noticed that this is starting to dry out, so it's like much harder to blend, and sometimes I'll get like a little clump of it that I have to kind of like scrape away. So I do want to use this up. I really do wish that e.l.f. still made this. This is my perfect color corrector for under my eyes because it is like an orangey color corrector, but it has yellow undertones, not peach. I do not have peach undertones. I have very yellow undertones, so this was like perfect for me. I so wish another brand made something like this. I've looked, I haven't seen anything. If you know something like this that's like another cream yellow toned under eye corrector, please let me know. Not the e.l.f. one, that's not for under eyes, which is why it's so yellow. I said I didn't have a lot of time to film, and now here I am just rambling and not being quick about things. Finally, for makeup, I have my two cheek products, which are both Clinique Chubby Sticks. This one is the bronzer. It's the Chubby Stick Sculpting Contour in the shade Curvy Contour, I think. Yes, I think there's only one shade of this, so I use it as both my bronzer and contour, but I like put my powder over this, so it's okay that it's not like perfectly warm for my bronzer or like perfectly cool for my contour. It just does the job fine, and then I put my powders over it, blah blah blah. Here's how much I've used in the past month. So that top line is where I started, the silver line is where I am now. I've used like a fair amount of this, I would say, especially considering how many days I skipped my cream products, as I said, and just opted for all my powders. And then for my cream blush, of course, I've used less of this because I only use it as blush, whereas like the other one I use kind of all over my face. Also, I had another cream blush in a different project very briefly, so those days I also wasn't using this. I did still make a tiny bit of progress on this, if you can like see that super tiny jump, but it's progress nonetheless, so I'm very happy. I was worried I wouldn't be able to make a new line on this. Okay, so that's all the makeup done. The rest of the categories hopefully will go much more quickly. For skincare, I rolled in just a bunch of Tatcha products. Tatcha is my favorite skincare brand for the past few years at least. I also do think like if you want something cheaper, e.l.f. does have a lot of good skincare options, but a while ago I splurged on Tatcha and I wasn't using them at all for some reason, so put them all on this project. The first thing is the cleanser. This is just like a small version of the rice wash, the rice wash, which is their like from their dewy line, which is mostly what I have rolled into this project. All of these products were full, by the way, when I rolled them in. I'm not going to mark this bottle because you can kind of just visually see already how much I've used, but I would say I don't use too much of this, so I don't know if I'll finish this by next update. I'm not in a rush, but I feel like I potentially could. But this has been the only face wash that I've used since I rolled it in. Then I have my dewy serum, which I realized I forgot to. I don't even know for sure if I can mark this. I haven't even attempted. I just totally forgot before I sat down to film. So I'm gonna flash or like shine the flashlight on my phone through this once I finish filming. If I can mark it, I will, and I'll post a picture. But again, I've used this every time that I've used the face wash. Basically all of these skincare products I've used the exact same amount of times because I use them all together. But I honestly feel like this, based on how heavy it feels, this also could potentially be done by next time, but I'm not gonna rush things or overuse products. But I do use 2 pumps of this mostly whenever I use this, because I use it on my face and my neck and like décolleté. Also, the cap fell on my bathroom floor and my cat took it to be one of her toys, so that's gone forever. Then I have the dewy skin cream, and here's how much I have left. I feel like I've used half or almost half, so just exactly what I said before. This could be done by next time, but I'm not sure and I'm not gonna rush it. I just feel so redundant when saying this. This is a really good cream for winter, which it's winter right now, of course, in where I am in America, but I definitely wouldn't be able to use that in summer because it is so thick and oily. Like, it's not causing problems on my skin right now, but I definitely would break out if I tried to use that if it wasn't super cold and dry. Then I have the eye cream, which is the Silk Peony, and here's how much I have left. Barely any. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I gave myself another week to film this, this would be empty. So it's still kicking, but once I finish this, I'll just immediately go on to the other one of these that I have in this project, which was my 5th skincare product for this category. So this is the one skincare product I know I will finish by next time. For hair care, I didn't use, actually I used the hair oil. I'll show you. All 5 hair care products that I rolled in were from the brand Curlsmith. I had a hair oil, and then I had a set of like 4 products that I bought just like in a hair care set from the holidays, like holiday 2023, I think. As I mentioned in the intro, I've been trying to use other like shampoo, conditioner products, so I haven't really touched any of those. And then I haven't used the hair oil or the like leave-in conditioners or the styling products from that set either because I've been panning other things. But I did just finish, so I finished both of the other like kind of like leave-in type products that I was panning in other projects. So I have used this once yesterday, but there's literally no difference. Like, the line hasn't moved, so I'm not gonna mark it. This is the bonding oil, by the way. It smells nice. It smells kind of like sweet tarts. For fragrance, this is where we get into my first empty, my only empty of the first update. I finished my Bath and Body Works Into the Night like mini body cream. This was nice. I definitely wouldn't want to have it as like its own fragrance in my collection. This was something that I got as a gift last Christmas, like 2023. Oh no, I got it for my birthday. But I consider this to be more like a winter scent, so I didn't use it until now. My birthday's in May. And I kind of just used it like when I was showering in the morning because I'm usually a night shower. But in order to finish all of my fragrances from the past month that came in like these skincare sets, I started showering in the morning just so I could use like the scented lotion with the body spray. And that's pretty much what I did with this. Even though I don't have a body spray to go with it, I would shower in the morning, put this on, and this actually did last like the entire day. It had very good lasting power, probably because this isn't like 5 years old 5 to 10 years old like all of my other Bath and Body Works products are, so the scent actually lasted. But I would put this on and then just put like another wintry type perfume on top of it to kind of just mix the scents together. And I really liked it, but I won't be repurchasing this. I'm glad I used it and it's done. My Rosewater and Ivy body cream I did not use at all. That will be more for spring. And the same thing with my Machino Fresh mini perfume. I do have some pretty good progress on my Toka Cleopatra perfume that I kind of depotted or detubed into this Ulta atomizer, and I was marking it this way because like if I had it this way, at least when I rolled it in, you couldn't see it behind this part right here. Hopefully it's not creating a glare in the camera, but when I rolled it in, it was here and now it's down to here. I definitely could have made more progress on this, but I actually had so total at the beginning of the year I had 3 of these like with the exact same scent, and I rolled the other one, or like another of the 3, into the Office ProjectPan, and that one just had like barely any left, and also that one's a rolling project, so I kind of just prioritized that one. So if I had only been using this, I would have made a lot more progress on this, but I'm perfectly happy with the amount that I did use. This is just what I've been keeping in my purse, in my work bag, just to reapply if I'm like not planning on using a different perfume, because I always have perfume samples in a bunch of different projects. But if I don't have anything to use that day, then I'll just use this, and that's how I got all that use on it. But I do only need to use pretty much 1 spray of this per day just to like top up my fragrance like at lunchtime, because this is like more of a larger atomizer. You get a lot of product in 1 spray, and because it's a concentrated perfume, it is very strong just with 1 spray. So it's slow but steady-ish. Final category is nails, and I actually do have a few updates. The first one I'll talk about is my the one that I have on my nails right now, and that's my Milani Golden Romance nail polish. Now, I did mark this at the intro, but it seems to have rubbed away. I think because I did try putting acetone into this just to try to revive it as much as I could, even though glitter polishes don't really revive. But I put like a lot of acetone in here just to do what I could. So I'm pretty sure the Sharpie mark just rubbed away, or like it evaporated with the acetone. So I don't remember exactly where I was, and also I probably would have less progress now because of how much acetone I added. But basically, let's just say we're restarting. This is where I am now. And I feel like this has been, except for 1 use, this has been the only nail polish that I've used the entire past month. But there have been many days when I wasn't wearing nail polish at all, because again, my life has just been crazy. And as I always say, my nails are the first thing to go. Like, they're the first thing I neglect when I get stressed out. So yeah, I probably could have made more progress on this, but it is what it is. I thought potentially I could finish this by this update, but maybe next time, honestly. And then the other one that I have progress on, very little progress, but progress nonetheless, is my icing nail polish it's called Confetti. I don't know why, because it's just a black nail polish with like a sheer black nail polish. Sorry, my fingers are cracking. With like silver and gold sparkles in it. So I don't know why it's called Confetti, but I did use this once. That one time I didn't wear that Milani polish, and this is how much progress, I can't talk. This is how much progress I was able to make in that 1 use, which I was actually very surprised. Usually it takes me like about 4 uses to see any change in a nail polish, but I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy that I was able to make a new line. I realized I forgot to tell you about one change I'm making in my fragrance category. So in my introduction, I rolled in my Rihanna body spray, and it was so sad. This was like one of my favorite fragrances like 3 years ago when I first got it, and then it was being held hostage somewhere, That's classified. I'm not even kidding, it's classified. But when I finally got it back, like last month, it had started going bad. Like it smells like a little bit like alcohol now, so I wanted to pan it, but I just realized, because there's barely any progress on that bottle, I just realized that was like way too overwhelming. And it is more of like a fall winter fragrance for me, and I'm already busy panning other winter fragrances right now, so I was just like, I'm gonna swap it for something that seems like a little more realistic. So I'm swapping that out for this perfume. It's technically a perfume, but not really. It's from the brand Alt Fragrances, which is like a dupe fragrance brand. I have a lot of fragrances from this brand because I was just like very curious about it. Like in April of last year, I learned about it and I bought like 10. This one is the scent Amber Angel, which is supposed to be a dupe for, I don't know why I did air quotes, because it actually does smell pretty much exactly like the original fragrance. Some of them don't, but this one does. This is supposed to be a dupe for Killian Angel's Share, and I've used, I would say, like more than half of it. This red line is where I am now, if you can see where it is. The way that I got so much youth on this in less than a year is because, first of all, it does not last very long. These alt fragrances last for maybe like an hour and then you have to reapply them. Pretty much the same thing as Dossier is what I heard. Like they're dupes relatively, but they just do not last long, which is why they're so much cheaper. Same thing with these. But also because this is not like my favorite scent to wear on my body, I was using it as a mix-in for this leave-in conditioner that I use. It's from Shea Moisture and it's like my favorite leave-in conditioner, but it does not smell good at all. So I would just like dump a little of this in it like maybe once a month and mix it up, and that is how I got so much use on this. And that's pretty much what I'm planning on doing this year as well. Once I finish those Curlsmith hair products, I'll go back to my Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner, and that's when I'll start getting progress on this. So it will be a while, but also this is definitely a fall winter fragrance for me as well. So if I start using it in like October, that's fine as well. I'll probably have to be using it a lot to finish it, but it is what it is. That's the full update I have for you. This actually took a lot longer to film than I expected. I was gonna go to work early and have some breakfast, but at this point I'm about to be late. So predictions for next time, I'll definitely have this eye cream from Tatcha done. The rest of my skincare products, other than the other eye cream of course, but these three I could potentially have done next time, but it's just like up in the air. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try my best on this nail polish, but as we know, nail polish is very hard to predict and it's very deceiving and it takes a lot of uses. I don't know, but this is my priority as far as my nail polishes, so this is pretty much, again, gonna be the only one that I'm wearing. And then as far as makeup, I'm really hoping that I can finish this foundation. If I just wear this every day, pretty much, I should be able to finish it, but that's what I thought last time. I do not think I'm gonna finish any hair care or fragrance items by next update, but I definitely will have progress on everything as far as hair care and fragrance, except for the rose water and ivy one. But yeah, that's all I have for you. I gotta go now. Gotta get to work, unfortunately. I'll see you in my next video, which hopefully I'll be filming tomorrow. I really do want to film before work every day this week. I'll see you there. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.